Hello everyone, welcome back to the chat brought to you by the teens with the help of Arise Education. My name is Uwera Neila Yvonne. I go to Gashar Girls Academy and I will be the host of today. So we're going to be sharing our insights on leadership, and before we start, I'll just let the rest of the panelists introduce themselves.
Thank you, my name is Sabina and I'm from Dulex, and obviously you can tell I love food. I don't know about you, but it's something that is audible. So I'm very honored to be with you, so let us share the leadership insights.
They're also going to tell us what post they occupy in their school. So let's start.
Head girl. Dulex.
Okay, thank you. My name is Shama Bravo Bright. I'm the school head boy of College Center and in Kigali, Nyamirambo. I'm also the school captain in the team of football. That's it.
My name is Shejali. I'm the discipline prefect of New Vision High School, and I just play basketball. That's all.
Hello guys, by the name of Ingrid. I am head girl of Lycée Notre-Dame de Citeaux. I like sport and I play volleyball. Thank you.
Okay. So going on to our first question, we're going to talk about what leadership is to us. We're going to ask the panelists to give us a scenario igihe babaye abayobozi bakumva ko hari ikintu kiri kubagora mu byo basanzwe bakora, ko kuba umuyobozi ni dusanzwe tuzi, ushaka kuyobora team ya basket, ushaka kuyobora ikigo cyose, ushaka kuyobora club runaka, ariko baratubwira a scenario where ku kigo cyabo aho bayoboye hari ahantu byabagoye mu byo bagiye bakora n'ukuntu bagiye babyobakaminga.
Ikintu nabonye kuba umuyobozi nyine ku ishuri, hari igihe wenda nk'abandi banyeshuri wenda baba bari muri class bari kwiga, wenda hakaba nk'ikintu umuyobozi akagukenera cyangwa akagira ikintu agukeneraho, umwana wenda tuvuge baje kumufata, ufite kugenda ukamufatira ufunguzo ukajya kumufungurira dortoir, kandi nyine wenda ari wowe kujya kumufungurira, nyine ukayasohoka muri classe ukarivinga amasomo nyine aho abandi nyine ugasiga abandi bari kwiga, ukagenda ukajya gukora nyine iyo waka nyine yo gufasha undi mwana kubona ibintu by'imidotwaro. Urumva uragaruka usanga abandi banyeshuri bakomeje barangije, urumva nyine nawe nyine nugera muri classe urumva urigora ku giti cyawe, ushaka kubaza abandi kugusobanurira niba ari notes nyine zishaka, urumva nyine ubu nyine ikintu ugomba nk'umuyobozi nyine ugomba nyine gushaka kwiha igihe, like nyine timetable, nyine ukishyiriraho wowe timetable yawe utagendeye ku bandi, kuko hari byinshi abandi bakora wowe utagiye mu bindi.
So basically hari igihe disrupting academic duties zawe kuko nicyo kiba cyarakuzanye, ariko you have other duties.
Yeah, on what she was saying, like being a leader, you get your timetable is disrupted, like, and you're no longer a normal student. sinzi niba mujya mubibona, you don't get time yo kwicara muri dom ugatera story nk'abandi bose. Nubwo uyibonye, you are probably doing something like you're washing, you are bathing, something like that. So there is something that is removed from you being a student. So you have to man up being a leader and a student at the same time. So obviously, it's, for the first time, truly balancing my education, what brought me to school, and also what I found at school, what I became at school. So you're expected to be a good leader and a good student
At the same time.
No, class to your parents. They just don't want to hear, Mommy, I became the head girl. Yeah. They want to see your marks 78, that is what they expect. So doing that, there is something that is removed from you, and you can't fight it. So as you said, you have to have that timetable, time management, but time management, it's also something you have to practice to be perfect at. And you can also practice and you become perfect, will be a career post.
Yeah, true.
So
True.
there is a social life.
Yeah.
A social life, it is, okay, you were disrupted so badly, but you have to balance being a student, being a leader, being a friend. Friends, you have to actually talk to your friends, but when you are a leader, you're expected to say, you even change the tone of your voice, right?
Yeah, you're supposed to like,
teacher, and before man, so you're expected to talk in all the time. We all because they're like, oh, you also?
I know.
I'm a human. So that's what, on what you're saying, that's what I also think.
For me, to my job or to my post that I had in my school, the first day of being the school head boy was just like a test, because before that I had never been even a class chief. You know what? But later I tried to go on with it, but I also made some challenges, like ukabona ugasanga nk'urugero mu kigo, urabizi niga ku kigo cy'abapadiri Saint Andre n'ikigo cy'abapadiri bari strict cyane. Guhinduka kw'ibihe mu gihe cy'ishuri rero byari ikintu kigoye cyane, ugasanga nk'urugero bazanye nk'itegeko rishyashya ryo kwambara amapantaro, murabona ibintu bigezweho by'ishuri. Rero ugasanga niwe wambere abanyeshuri bareba kugira ngo bashe kuba wabikora babone kubikora. Icyo kintu ni ikintu kigoye cyane. Ikindi kintu cyangoye ngewe, urabona iyo uri umuyobozi uryama nyuma ukabyuka mbere. Icyo ni ikintu kigoye cyane. Icyo ni ikintu cyangoye mu buzima, kuko wasangaga nkunda kuryama yego, ariko nyine ugasanga urigwa mu kintu kigiye gitandukanye, ariko ni part of leadership umuntu agomba kuyifacinga. Ariko ikintu cyangoye ni ukuryama nyuma y'abandi baryamye, bikaba ngombwa ko nabyuka mbere y'abandi. Nuko
So the direct Django, it's like, it's the friends.
The friends, yes.
Yeah. There's this time like, as a cookie, go tell them to do this. So your friends, you're always chilling there, like, Lee, when you come like guys, this is serious. They're like, nah.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, another thing is like, the other time, there's some times where like, the school, they expect leaders in class to be like strict to everyone. Just this time, like I just came for preps, the class was shouting, and then they're like, "How perfect score?" I was like, I wasn't there.
Right. Then, to assume.
Yeah, I have to assume the manners of my class. So that's like really hard. I wasn't like there. I was in some other stuff. So just thing for me.
So basically, it disrupts a lot of things in the leaders' lives. So I want to shift. Basically, ikintu twese twahuje ni on friends. Ukumva ko nyine uko bakubonaga mbere y'uko ubona iyo post na nyuma y'uko uyibona biratangiye gutandukana ko babwiraga the time you spent together ibi byose nyine ibyo mwakoranaga byose. So how do you as a leader and you as a friend nyine manage to be the same person? He said I mean niba wari usanzwe ukunda kujya gukina na basket n'abantu nyine b'inshuti zawe, kuba ubaye head boy cyangwa kuba ubaye prefect ntabwo bivuze ko ugiye kureka kujya gukina nabo ngo ufite ibintu byinshi mutangiye kubirataho I have duties ibintu nk'ibyo ngibyo. So how do you manage to cope with nyine both of the responsibilities ufite kwa swimming?
That one is hard. It's very hard for all of the friends who are watching. I know you're mad, but to my friends, they understand me. They know. They understand the leadership I have. It is not. They're in this position where they're like, oh, Sabina is a leader, but she's also a friend. So if she's serious, we have to understand her. But yeah, those are best friends. But other friends, no, you have, or obviously you have like friends in senior 4, senior 5, senior 1, such. Those friends who are so social to you, they see you, they jump on you, such. But when you're serious to them, it looks like a joke, as you said. But trust me, do it for the first time, it looks like a joke. Second time, looks like a joke. That time, looks like a joke. But at the end of the month or the term, now they're like, she's serious some parts. But it is normal to be friend to a leader, but not if she's serious. You gotta be serious too. If she says you have a class, go to class, you have to understand her. That's her duty. So to my friends, I know I'm too hard, but life is life. You know?
Yeah, if there's anything, we'll try to get a hold.
No hard feelings.
To add on, like, for me, my friends, I like talk to them, I tell them how it is. Like, if they were in the same position as me, they would understand why I'm doing it.
Yeah,
so,
structure.
Yeah, so that's my class actually. Then they're the lower classes now. They're like, we voted for you, you changed.
Yeah,
exactly. Over that point,
we voted for you.
It's more like they expect that if you're a leader, it's going to be like everything is going to be easy for them. Let's say you want to go to sleep. Lee is there. Let's go.
Yeah.
On a long line for lunch.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, they expect like, for example, like at the canteen, they're like, there is a line. So because they're your friends, they're like,
they
you
expect
better
to be
see.
friends.
They expect.
So when you take them back, they start giving you the eye like you changed.
So basically, the students tend to vote for people who are more like who think more like them, who are, let's say, cool.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? They do the same stuff. It's not the person who is always strict, whether a leader or not. They'll tend to choose the person that will make life easier for them, not knowing that it's not actually changing. It's that the situations that are there are forcing you to be like that. Yeah. So if there is any like scenario and
very many.
Thank you. For me, I have a simple scenario that that occurred in my school. You see, we in the dining halls, after eating, you have to clean everywhere that you have been using. So the plates have to be cleaned by students. The cups, the table has to be cleaned. So you see, sometimes maybe the senior one child is the one responsible for that job on that day. So in case he does not fulfill it, you find like you are there to punish him, not waiting for the monitors to come to say that you have to do this, but you have to take the first responsibility to do it. So ugasanga rero nko ku ishuri rimwe na rimwe biguforcinze kugira ngo hane n'iyo table yabikoze. Iyo table ifite umushefu. Umushefu wayo murigana. Rimwe na rimwe muranicarana cyangwa se inshuti yawe. Ugasanga ni ikintu kigoye cyane. Ugasanga rero biba mbere na byambayeho mbasha kuba nagira ikibazo n'inshuti yanjye ariko nyuma nza kumusobanurira tuzagusanga ni ibintu bisanzwe turongera turi inshuti ariko byari ibintu bigoye muri ako kanya.
Noneho like scenario tuvuge nyine aho ngaho kuri LNDC aho it's like nyine a girls school but it's also a non school nyine rero hari igihe amategeko nyine kuba ari menshi mu bigo byinshi amategeko ni menshi ariko noneho uburyo akurikizwa but I would say strict nyine kurusha wenda ahandi so niba waduha nawe a scenario nyine byakubayeho ukumva nyine wowe n'inshuti zawe mukagirana like a conflict.
Like in my class hari igihe nyine headmistress stress aba yatanze nk'itegeko cyangwa noneho students nyine aho twigana babyumva ugasanga bari complaininga ibi ngibi kubera iki mwabyemeye kuki mwagize gutya iki n'ibiki cyangwa se class tuvuge wenda urubyiruko rwagize ikibazo cyangwa iki byose ugasanga bari kugustress kabisa nyine ati kubera iki mutari kudukorera urugi kubera iki headmistress byagenze gutya nshaka kubabaza ese utangiye gutanga amategeko ko nta ugasanga rero nyine bari kumfata nk'aho ari ngiye washyizeho amategeko kandi ari nka headmistress.
Okay, ku by'amategeko hari ukuntu usanga impande zombi tuvuge the school administration n'abanyeshuri bombi expectinga ko ukora ibyo bashaka ni ukuvuga ngo headmistress wa mugani arashyiraho itegeko rishyashya ritari ririho nyine yumve ko ari bo ugomba kujya kubyumvisha abanyeshuri bakabikora nk'uko bigomba n'abanyeshuri bazakubwire ngo ntabwo nyine tubishaka kubera izi mpamvu n'izi mpamvu donc ni gute wowe nk'umuleader nyine ni ikintu kigoye ariko hari ibintu biba biri specific to our school wenda nawe personality yawe uko isanzwe imeze how you handle such stress. Yeah, you could share anything about it.
Okay, about that, there I can say, ikubana n'abantu niko bagufata. So if there is a new rule at school, first of all, if they give me a new rule at school, the administration should actually convince me why they actually put it there. Because if I'm not convinced, how am I going to convince others? So I get convinced. Sometimes it's hard because now I'm a student, but in the end I get convinced. So I go to tell others. It is trying to be a leader, not just tell them what to do, but tell them to make them understand, like lead them, show them the way, motivate them to what they told you to do. So, I sit down, you can't actually, the best way to do ni classifying in small parts. So you classify them, you go to senior ones. Senior ones, they're not very hard. If you're a senior one at school, I love you guys. You make my life very easy. You go tell them, they're really nice. They're like, hey, head girl, you're opposite. So they're really nice. No, senior 1, senior 2, senior 3, they ask you a lot of questions. But senior 6, come on, my class. You convince them. You have the meeting, then you tell them. You get some people asking you, why not, why this, why that. You try to convince them. In the end, yes, the first time they might not do it. Like if you're sometimes they tell you to buy a new one. So people understand me very well. I know. So they tell you, and you find the whole school is buying new. So to me, that I think like you have to talk to the parents. It's not the thing of the student. No, not as the head girl. The administration. Okay. So, cause the student is not nagazari pata mafranga ya kantine. Trust me, nagazari kama benye yanje ni skirt. A skirt. So that thing, I think it's more of convincing. The first time they will not do it. Clearly, we are people we are hard to get. But it's a process. First time they don't get it, but in the end, they get it, but not all of them. Yeah. But you can't avoid that in a community. It's not that everyone is going to be positive. So that's what I think about that.
So she brought us to a point of mainly what leadership is, and she told us she told us how to lead people. It's not just how to tell them what to do. You also have to like show them, like be exemplary. So at some point, there are things you are personally not convinced about.
Yeah.
So let's say ibyo by'amapantaro, let's say ibyo wenda gusubira ku ishuri gutaha bakavuga ngo dufite ama examen ngo we'll keep studying online kandi ntago muzimu. Some stuff like that. How are you going to tell the kids at your school go, okay, let's go follow the teacher let's say 4 hours a day and we're going to repeat the year next year. You see, it's like not possible.
Yeah.
So I think when it's a scenario like that, mainly it's not up to you.
Yeah.
So how do you get the courage to tell the administration that now it's their job to come to jump in and assume their responsibilities? Because ntabwo ari bo bazagenda kubwira umuntu umwana mwigana ngo tujye kwiga muri so it's up to the administration kubasobanurira ko nibo bashyizeho iryo tegeko. So is it easy for you to approach the administration and tell them what to do, if that's what I can say? Or is it hard for you? Maybe due to the personality, due to the school, due to the nature of the situation? You guys can just say anything about it.
Just as you said, due to their personality. For me, honestly, I'm a shy person, so I cannot just go to the administration and be like, we don't want this.
Yeah.
That's why there is a partner. So sometimes you have a good partner whereby she has to help you. Like she knows your problem. Like you cannot just go there. So you just go there to support her, just to be there to show that you're together.
To applaud and stuff like that.
Yeah. And another thing, as you said, telling the administration, it's like it's not like we're just supposed to be machines. Like the administration says, go do this.
Yeah.
And they say do this. No, it's not like that. I have to me too, as a leader, I have to know what's good for the students because they voted for me and all. And at the same time, I have to make sure, I respect the core values of the school. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so any other insight about this main thing?
Okay, for me, my view on that is that everyone has strategies to do his things according to his personality, his flexibility, his adaptability, and many others. So you find, for me, when there are students out of the class, when the principal or other chiefs are trying to tell us, go in class to attend the preps, he can tell you, go and tell those ones to go and enter. You cannot just come in front of them, all of you enter. When you're harsh, no, I just come to them, my friends, let's go and study. In case they hear me, in case they get to hear me, we just go to class, we study. But sometimes you find they cannot hear you. Maybe when they are your fellows, they know you are just chilling while you are not. So you go to the administration. Of course, you just try to convince them, tell them that this is the situation, this is how it is. Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain. You try to show them the opinion of the students, but also you cannot go on the side of the students because you are also voted by the leader. If the leader don't want you to be the leader, you cannot. The leader first have to appoint you, then the students to vote you. So you have to satisfy both sides. That's why you are the link.
For you to be allowed to be to campaign.
Yes. So you guys at your schools, you okay, the leaders, the administration, they'll be okay, these people are eligible for this post.
No,
you can vote for them.
You apply, then you go for interviews.
Yeah.
Then they choose from the menu.
So it's up to the administration to first choose and then let the students vote.
Yeah.
Let's say it's not like the school chooses even though you vote, this one will win.
Yeah.
It's they just choose 4 people on one post. So you campaign
to vote.
When the students want one person.
Yeah. I understand. So it's kind of hard because then it's okay. because like at my school, yes you have to campaign, you have to apply and all that, but then there are like 5 stages for you to be a leader. You first apply, like write a letter, and then no, it's not like 5. Okay, there's a lot. You first apply, and then you get to be interviewed by the existing prefects before they hand you to the administration. Then the administration also interviews you. They don't like review your letter. They ask you random questions. So like give you a scenario. Say, what if there are some people who want to come and visit the school? They have heard bad news about it. How are you going to handle it? You have never heard something like that before. They just ask you stuff like that. And then when you pass that stage, that's when the students are allowed to vote. But then before they vote, you also give a speech. It's like long, but like what we all get is that during the voting there's students and there's the school administration, so it's hard to please both sides when it's both sides that chose you. Exactly. So as we end that, I want also to introduce a new case in leadership, that is depression. So you tend to get depressed because of the scenario you're in. So you were a cool person, or at least you thought you were a cool person, and then everything is smooth, the students vote for you, the administration trusts you, and then you at a point in your leadership time you mess up. If that's what I say. You mess up, and now you think it's the end of the world because now you're disappointing the students that voted for you, or the administration that put all the trust in you and invested in you. So how do you deal with that?
To me, I have this saying in me. I tell myself, like, if I've messed up, as you said, I'm like, it is a normal thing. Mistakes, they're normal, like, totally. I tell before I was not that kind of person. I used to mess up, and I could spend like a whole week thinking about how I messed up, or maybe it's a paper and I get low marks. I think about a lot of things, what happened, yes. But at a point so that you cannot get depressed, as you said, and you tell yourself, ikosa ni ikintu gisanzwe, kuko no one is going to be perfect, even though when you're a leader, they don't expect you to have
exactly. That's the problem.
So if I don't meet the expectations, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm also a human being. So if I don't meet your expectations, I'm really sorry. But when I started being a leader, I had to match the expectations of the administrators and also the students. So I gave myself my own expectations. I was like, if I am going to represent the students, I should not go on the leader's side so much. If they say something, I agree, yes. I should think in the position, yes, I am a leader, but I'm also a student. Because if it bothers my fellow student, it's going to also bother me at some point. So, but sometimes some rules don't bother us because you are favored. But no, I should think the way I came in is the way I'm going to go out of the school. I am also a student like no other. So you should have that perspective of being a student. And if you're a student who is a leader, you should also have that leadership style, style or skill to be able to manage the both sides. It is not easy, but the moment you try it, you get the hang of it. So it is first time. I tell you, the first time it's horrible. It is very horrible. A scenario, they told me to go close the door. It was a Saturday, and Saturday the dorms obviously they're open. So I go to the dorm. I tell the dormitory prefect, she's like, oh no, that's impossible. I'm like, it should be possible. Like we had people coming in. We're like, we have to be there, and plus the students should be in uniform. So I had to tell the matron. she helped me to get students in uniform, but I also told the way I approach the students is not a leadership harsh way. I go to man dufite rero igikorwa man hari abantu baje kudusura twisebye se man nihangane shamwe dukwiye tumwana if he doesn't have the shoes of the whatever uniform shoes. I'm like, yo, what are those? Go back, man. Go back. So you have to be friendly so that they can understand you faster.
Yes.
And sometimes you're friendly, and the administration also like, you are useless, you're useless. But trust me, if you're an administrator of any school, if you see a leader doing that, trust me, that's the best way to go.
For your own good.
It's for your own good and the safety of the students.
Yeah, exactly.
So the way you approach people is the way I think you can succeed in leadership and all that.
You can tell us what approach you use and why you think it's better.
Humility just helps me much, because when I reach to someone, I just show him respect. After showing him respect, I show him how to do something. After showing him, I just inspire him by doing it. So that's my strategy. First of all, humility, showing someone that you respected him, you show him something that you want him to know. After you show him, that's my strategy.
You become inspiring. Yeah, so
me, I can say it is friendship, respecting them, being an example. Like nyine bababwiye nko gukora nk'ikintu urumva kugira ngo abandi nyine nabo bagikore, ngumva nyine kwerekana nk'urugero, ukagenda ukaba utangira gukora ukabereka nyine urugero nawe ukagereza kwicisha
utabishaka ukabikora gusa
ukagereza nyine abantu bose n'ubwo ngo ni umwana wo mu mbere ntabwo namwiteza abana ngo ngende ubusize cyangwa ubusekanya ukagenda nyine ukabaganiriza bose ukagiye nyine mbishuti na bose ku buryo nimubwira n'ikintu ari bumvire nanjye nyine kujya nanjye nisanzuraho akanyubaha nanjye ndabubaha nabo bakanyubaha nabo nyine like igihe batakubashye nyine nawe ugerageza kugira kuba serious nyine.
Okay. So what I also think about ibyo ngibyo bya approach ukoresha, I think it's based on the situation urimo. Hari igihe usanzwe umenyerewe kuba uri umuntu uri friendly, like you nyine uko wavuze ukora your job, nyine try to socialize with everyone, stuff like that. Ariko at some point now bwawe, okay, I don't know how to say it, but you get enough of what you need of. Can I say pretending? Okay, you're not pretending. No, at some point, okay, now do this. Like actually, now I have no choice. Yeah. I'm tired of being, all the example. I'm not able to trespass. I can't wear a skirt slightly shorter than what you guys are wearing. I can't. You see, you can't do a lot of stuff. So sometimes, we're fed up. Ukumva. Nanjye ndarambiwe nubwo wenda you apply for the post ubishaka, hari n'abikora for recommendations kugira nurangiza bazakwandikiye leta baguhe university ushaka, ibintu nk'ibyo ngibyo. So wowe uko nyine iyo wumvise bikurambiye kuba a perfect student, what happens?
I can't lie that has never happened. It has happened very many times. Hari igihe mbyuka and I'm like, dude, I'm up again in this same life. I'm like, I should be kind to everybody. So if you're doing the wrong, I should tell you. So sometimes I snap for no good reason. I am a human being. I'm not going to lie. I snap. Are you crazy? Who do you think you are? Look at you. I know. So I can't. Okay, seriously, I can't avoid myself snapping when someone gives me. I'm not understanding where you're coming from. Ndakubwira go to the dome or get out of the dome. How hard is that?
I know.
Like, okay, sometimes it's hard. You tell me my shoe, my what, but I snap. I'm not lying. Tango, I sit down. I'm like, really, what am I fighting for?
I know. I don't even get any reward from it.
Yeah, I'm like. Man, I'm getting low marks. My parents will
Yeah.
probably be like, change school or something like that. So I'm fighting sometimes I tell myself I'm fighting the wrong battle.
Yeah.
But for when I sit down, I'm like, I'm gaining a lot from this than
Experience.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the being humble, trust me, being humble will reach you somewhere far in outside the life. Njyewe nkunda kubibona iyo ngiye gutega moto umumotari ndamubwira ati mwiriwe tonto mwanjanya nyine that's ka respect aguca amafaranga make sinzi nyege sometimes hari igihe umumotari aba narakaye ariko mbwira tonto ariko urabye ndashaho nyine there is this way yeah you are gaining a lot from it. So that experience is agufasha in a lot of ways. You're in a lot of ways. So I sit down and I tell myself, man, you have to pass through this. It is something. Maybe it's designing you for something great. So
Yeah. So tell us, what you do when you're fed up of being perfect. The perfect
Like,
student.
fed up is in how? Like, I no longer want to be one.
no,
When like mugusara kumva byakurenze yeah.
Well, Kiza Nuko, we have like, it's not like, since I'm the discipline prefect, so they expect me to be like the most perfect guy in school. If it's, let's say, Kwambara, I have to be like example. No, let's say
English. To speak English 24/7.
yeah, speak English 24/7 there. Like the mentors expect like since we're prefects, we are going to be like lenient on our classmates. It's going to be like in class they can speak Kinyarwanda, it's okay. Yet they can never understand like on a form, like let's say for us we use forms. It's like on a form there is no classmate. It's like from S5 going down. They're like, are you telling me your class?
I remember one time when they were giving us some papers for the marks, I was having a very low mark. So after then I became somewhat depressed. I started thinking of how I began, how I entered being a leader. So the first thing that I did is that I prayed to God to ask Him to help me.
That's true.
Like none of you guys had said I prayed. I said actually lowest point, what do you do? Mentors. Actually lowest point, what do you do? I get touched. No one said I pray. Okay.
Guys, I can't tell you that by my power I overcome that, but because of God.
Jesus. Amen.
Well, that's
inspiring.
No, that's a great point though.
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay, so we've talked about depression, we've talked about how to be like the link. So we've talked about a lot of challenges. So now my points will be, what do you think, what specific skill do you think it will help you nugera hanze y'ishuri nyine? Kuko let's say you were all kinds, you used your classmates as examples, you were friendly to everyone. Noneho urasohotse ntabwo abantu bazajya kubaha ngo wari head girl muri Brulex. You are starting now a normal life.
Yeah.
Ugiye kongera utangire your normal shit. So what skills you are also different from umuntu utarigeze aba ikintu na kimwe.
Yeah.
So niki kibatandukanya mwebwe babiri uwabaye a leader n'utarabaye a leader on the outside world? So you can stand out.
Thank you. To me, first of all, it's the recommendation, of course. That will help me in many things that I want to do. Secondly, it's one thing that says that practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you perform.
Yeah.
So when we just try to make things like doing things to be exemplary, sometimes it become like it's like a culture. You just try to do it harshly, but sometimes you become used to it. You do it as if it's your real life. So what I can say, what I have achieved during my leadership in my school will help me to become a good person or a perfect person, because I will no longer be waiting to be told by someone, but I will be perfect by my core values as a person.
Yeah. Together, I think. Wiga muri S4 and now you're in S6, nyine you say abirarangiye nyari manda simbizi. You're not going to be the nk'abandi ba students iyo haje mundi mu head girl cyangwa mu head boy uzamwumva the situation arimo. So nkuko nyine yarabivuze, it will be the same thing nusohoka no hanze. Like you'll have a person in charge of you mu kazi runaka, noneho nawe umwumve ko nawe it's not like nyine niwe ushaka to making a life hard for you. You understand the position. Yeah, so any other insights before we move to the next thing? Okay, so the other thing is, don't you guys, okay, ni nko kuba fed up nanone, ariko don't you guys get at some point during your leadership time and be like, I'm not even getting any reward from this. Why am I still doing this? You know, what motivates you to wake up 300 days, you know, of your life and still feel like, you know, I have to be the same person I was yesterday, leading everyone, expecting everyone to do what I say. Yeah, so.
Okay, as I say, yeah, I look at it as something that is molding me for a better person. Because, trust me, being a leader, there is one post of head guy. Not every student is going to be a head guy.
Sure.
So, the umugani ukuntu intuza by forming, how can I say? Ikibindi. It is, yeah, so it passes through fire, but at the end it looks so perfect. So it is hard to be a leader. It is hard, but the outcome of okay, it's molding you for a better person. So that keeps me moving. Nubwo batanyumva, nubwo batabona my value, cyangwa nubwo nanjye sometimes I feel so low. I just remember that it is a temporary thing. It's not going to last forever. I'm not going to die with it. I'm like, and after this, I'm going to be a better person. My character, being a better person, nuko the bad part of me is kind of being removed.
Yeah.
As in, niba nari too proud of myself, you know. Umuntu yanganda jyangira man but anyway, you chemo in that fire, can I say?
Yeah.
About someone humbled. Umuntu yakandagira ukabari umubwira sorry. I met someone. Yararimo yararimo arasohoka noneho umuntu aramukandagira. Instead of that person saying sorry, yaramubwiye ngo sorry babarira ngubujeho gukandagira. Like aramukandagira.
Apologize for you being stepped on.
Yeah, for you not giving the way for that person to step. So that person, yara motivated, was like, why? Ariko the what came out of that scenario, nuko uwo muntu wamukandagiye actually almost bended to clean the shop. Yeah. So what you give out is what you get in that perspective. Sure. So that's the experience I'm going to get. It's going to make me a better person.
Hope for a better situation.
Yeah.
So any other motivation kituma nyine buri munsi wumva ushaka gukomeza a leader, no matter how hard it becomes for you, nubwo hari igihe nawe ubwawe you're forced to kubwira abantu ibintu nawe ubwawe utemera, niba nyine bitemeranwa n'imyemerere yawe iri personal ku giti cyawe, ariko ukaba ari up to you to convince the rest of the population. Yeah. So, the motivation apart from praying and getting, being a better person.
You guys. And there is a saying that hard work pays but pays. Urakora cyane uravunika witangira abandi ariko nyine hari igihe kizagera nawe ukabona kiba kizagera nawe ukabona inyungu nyine
Kwicara nawe.
Hard work pays off and you're getting molded for a better situation. Okay, basically all we got from the motivation is that we're heading to a better place because of the things we passed through. They're like tests, we're getting, that's the motivation. And we also got a lot from the strategies. I think we all learned from each other what to use, like using your class as an example, being friendly to everyone, being humble, doing the thing the students are supposed to do. Like we learned a lot from each leader's perspective. Now, my last question will be, do you aspire to be a leader even outside of your school? Or you think that it's enough, it has been enough for you? Do you want to be a leader outside of the school? At times you feel like you want to be a leader.
Yeah, at times I feel like I can do
But then the rest of the time you feel like no.
No, I don't feel like no.
Yeah.
Like when the opportunity comes again, I'll do it.
So the situation you're in right now allows you to think that if you get another chance to be a leader, you're going to take it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So how about you? Where would you nago wabaye fed up nago birambiwe?
Okay, ngiye kuntu byumva nuko iteka ryose nyine ntawamenya ibizaza ejo, ariko ibyo ari byo byose kuko hari icyo byaduteye, ibyo twakoraga byose barimo kudutegurira ibindi bizaza. So ngiye icyo navuga cyo nuko ikintu wakozeho ntabwo wakibona ejo hazaza ngo washe kuba wareka kugikora kandi uzi ko ugishoboye. Mvuga rero ko niba twarabishoboye kino gihe cyangwa se kino gihe n'ubutaha kije twagikora. Nuko wenda wa mugani w'umwe opportunity umuntu agenda abona mu buzima nizo zituma abasha kuba yarishyiraho ibitekerezo bye.
Okay, so you guys hari mwe aspiring kuba our leaders based on the opportunity you'll get.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, true. So now you want to be a leader. Nurangiza uzaye niyo baguha nko kuba, let's say a mayor or a governor. Okay, let's say governor or president, I don't know, let me not think small. You would take the chance, that already what you're facing, maybe it's getting harder, but you still take the chance.
Yeah. I think it's to me it is something you cannot avoid because okay, you can't. Trust me, because
leadership you to do stuff.
No, leadership, it is not being to lead others. You can lead your house, your home. So, see,
that's a nice
one. Trust me, you will lead something.
True.
So, leading, it is, you can't, you be a father, you lead your children, but speaking from experience of my parents, they think I'm hard-headed. So you reach to a point but the way to approach your kid, because you also dealt with kids with like them. So you're like,
So this is the end of the chat. We hope you guys had a great time listening to all of our ideas. We can all tell that we have all become mature due to the positions we have had. Honestly, no, not everyone who's our age can think like this. But thanks to the positions we have and the situations, we're getting voted for a better place, and we're heading ahantu heza twese twifuza, kandi turamutse tubashije kubona a chance to be leaders, we would also take it. Which means leadership is not bad. You guys should go for leadership actually. Kuko kubikora ntabwo bikubuza ko ikindi gihe wabikora. So it's based on these experiences they have had a great time being leaders, and they could do it again. So now we're introducing the part of the chat where we get to play a specific game depending on what conversations we have had before. So now what we're going to do, a person is going to say the name of an artist, a singer, and then the person asked is supposed to say, let's say the name of one song of the artist, and maybe sing a small part of it. And we're going to work like in this specific sequence, like from the left. to the right, and you're supposed to ask the person next to you, and I'm playing too, so don't speak.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I ask you,
Yeah.
are you ready? So
making it hard.
Underground. I'm going to ask the neighbor of no, my neighbor, like, he has a song.
Yes. Make it fun. Make it something we can know.
Yeah, obviously. No, he's known. My neighbor is known. What if it's Bruce Melody?
No.
Okay, tell me Bruce Melody.
Samoy.
Okay.
Marina.
No.
Marina.
Okay. We didn't set the time.
Knock, knock, who's there?
I know the song. Marina Kukozishano.
Nice one.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us who. Bruno Mars.
That's what I like.
Go ahead.
Go on.
Honestly, that's what I like.
Just
Sing
sing.
it in it 3 times.
Big him for once.
Big him.
Yeah.
Okay, he was making weird dances. Like,
I don't care. If you want to do the dances,
no,
then
no,
do
I
it.
don't know. I'll be-
Okay.
That's what I like.
Okay. Give her
Sierra.
Oh, me.
So we give you a
There you are.
way to talk
Knock, knock, who's there?
in local artists. Not don't share. We are going to give
Patriotic, please.
Okay, so we give you a there.
Yeah.
So ikintu ugiye kudukorera uzi kubyina ikinyarwanda? Yego, kugerageza just
Yeah.
yeah, kugerageza.
Yeah,
Okay, the floor is yours.
Uh-huh. I have a more warare, more warare, nakama, nuikego da, akai marare, more warare. Oh, she's not that bad.
I know.
I wish it was me standing here.
Okay, give her. Hey,
I
at least people have to feel for us to end the game.
of
Also,
course.
let's see.
Oh.
I didn't get hungry.
Oh my God, my Christ, my Jesus. But I know her. I know her. She's good. She's good. Her songs are good. Isn't she the one who sang More More?
No. Okay, thank you guys for tuning in and for watching the chat where we shared a lot of ideas, where we leaders here learned from each other on the different strategies on which we're sure they're going to use. So we're talking about leadership and it was really, really fun. So don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications on the account of Lit Teens on YouTube. Follow them on Instagram, on Twitter, every other platform. Thank you.
Every day we live.